Tom here from Town and Country Quilt Shop in Albion, New York. It's a beautiful sunny day here. I don't know where you're watching from, but yesterday, if you're a local, we had some fog. And this morning I talked to my aunt who is just outside of New York City in Long Island, and now they have the fog. So I told her that sunnier times are coming because we've got sun today. So today is May 2nd, a Thursday in May 2024. If, you know, who knows when somebody's going to watch this. It might be far in the future on YouTube. Just so that everybody knows, we do have a YouTube channel. You can find us by searching Town and Country Quilt Shop. And we also do this every week at 9 a.m. on a Thursday, unless we can't, which sometimes has happened. Usually I have my sidekick Irene with me, and usually we have Brenda, who is helping out with technology. And today we do have Brenda, but no Irene, because she's out having fun in Ohio learning about EQ. So we usually start out with announcements, and then we talk about some cool stuff at the shop, and at the end we're going to talk about some things that are on sale, and we also do a pre-sale item of the month. So I thought that I would start with that today because last month, it was a new month and we forgot all about it. So I'm going to start with that, and I just wanted to let you know what the rules are for the item of the month. It is usually something that is somewhat pricey. Sometimes it's very pricey. It's always discounted as much as we can, legally discounted. And it is also pre-sale. So if you're interested in it, what you would do is buy it now or sometime before the last day of the month. And then on the first day of the next month, we order it. So, and then we just let you know when it's in, and you can come and pick it up or have it shipped to you. So this month's item of the month is a little bit different than what we've done in the past. It is a bundle, and it has 3 rulers, and we're calling it our Back to Basics bundle. So I don't know how many of you started out with a ruler, just one, and a rotary cutter and a mat, but I started out with one very similar to this, although mine wasn't actually as nice as this one. This is the Creative Grid 6.5 by 12.5 rectangle ruler, and it has everything that we have come to expect from Creative Grids, which is the numbers on the top that are halves, so 0, 1.5, 2.5, the numbers on the bottom that are wholes so that you can measure from either side. The grippies around, you can see that it's shaded through here, I hope, and then these little things are grippies, and it's just a very good quality product from Creative Grids. This is a 6.5 by 12.5. Normal price is $26.99. And then this ruler is same Creative Grids, 6.5 by 6.5 square, normally $17.99. And then we have another ruler in the bundle. Of course, I don't have one here today because I didn't order it and I didn't know we didn't have any more. And that is the 4.5 inch square. So we're going to do a rectangle and 2 squares, and these are just great handy tools to have around if you need a small ruler to square something up, if you need a big ruler to cut your yardage, but is not too unwieldy, then this is going to be a great opportunity for you to have some basics. And maybe you bought a 6 by 12 when you first started and it's starting to wear out, so it might be a good idea to get something that has nice square edges. This would be normally $59.48 with all 3 rulers. I know there's only 2 today, but we'll have another one. But we are selling it pre-sale for $47.59. And one thing I didn't say is all of these items that I'm going to show you today are available to be looked more closely at on the website. So if you want to look and see what we're talking about, is www.townandcountryquiltshop.com. And then there's a menu that goes across the top, and you're looking for the Facebook item on the menu, Facebook Live. So you click on that and you'll see everything that we're talking about, including this pre-sale item of the month. So that's that for May. We are still waiting to get last month's pre-sale items. As soon as they come in, we'll let you know. You can come get them or we will send them. All right, so on to announcements. We are having a class open house this weekend, Saturday morning from 10 to 12. Most of our teachers will be here, and all of our class samples will be up on the walls, and you'll be able to ask questions, get information, get supply lists, sign up for classes. We've got some cool things coming up for the summer, and it's going to be fun. So if you are a cottage dweller who's watching, and some of your other cottage dwellers are interested in taking a class over the summer, feel free to check out what we have. And also, if you have a group of friends who want to get together, I know we ran across this last year, that we had some gals who were staying by the lake who would have liked to have taken a class. So if you have a group of friends and you want to sign up for a class that doesn't even exist, we might be able to create one for you. So just keep that in mind. And that's true all the time. If you have a group of 4 or 5 friends and you want to learn, let's see, how to make a Bargello quilt, and you come to us and say, can we do this? We might be able to. So it never hurts to ask. And we're always trying to offer classes that are what people want to learn. So if people have something in mind and bring it to us, then that's great. That works out great for both sides. Speaking of classes, we are almost ready to roll with the Jubilation block of the month. We have our kits ready. This is one of the kits. This nice pile. If you ordered a kit and have not heard from us yet, this is your notification. Kits are all ready. Our email is being a little bit iffy lately, and I really don't know what to do about that except just keep telling people, and I'll probably call some people today who I have not heard back from. But the kits are ready. They include this, which is all of the fabrics, including this big giant piece of background fabric at the bottom. And they also include an oops kit, which looks like this. Has all the fabrics in a fat quarter format, because we will not have all the fabrics by the time this is done, so that people can purchase it if they have an oops. So we just wanted to be ahead of that. And it also includes this pattern for the Jubilation quilt. This is what it looks like. We do have 2 kits left, but that is all. So if you have not signed up yet and want to take this class and don't have the kit, there are only 2 left. Also, if you have purchased a kit and have not signed up for class, we need to know if you want to take a class. So get a hold of us. But this is your notification that these kits are ready to go. The class is going to begin on May 11th, which is just a week and a half away. And that is going to be offered both in person here in the classroom and via Zoom. So if you're not local but still want to take the class, I know Irene does a great job on Zoom, and we've gotten a lot of great feedback on that. So that would be a good option if you want to do that. And that is called Jubilation Block of the Month. That is a Deb Tucker Studio 180 program, and it uses, I think, I can read it so I don't get it wrong. It uses 5 of the tools: Tucker Trimmer 1, Wing Clipper 1, Square Squared, Corner Beam, and Quilter's Magic Wand. So if you are a fan of Studio 180, this might be a good option for you. The other thing that we have coming up is Genesee Valley Quilt Fest. That is a wonderful show. It's going to take place in the middle of May, the 17th through the 19th, at the Field House at RIT. It's going to have 500 quilts displayed, and I've heard about some of them, and at least one I know has been to Paducah. So this is a big deal. This is going to be a really cool show. 60 plus vendors and 500 quilts, and also they have workshops. You may have to pre-sign up for the workshops though, so if you're interested, go over to the website. It's Genesee Valley Quilt Club is the name of the organization that's putting on the show, and we are one of those 60 vendors. So if you go, stop by and say hi. Linda and I, or Linda or I, will be there. We're looking forward to that. And then right after that, it feels like, we're going to be starting the Western New York Shop Hop, which is a, I had the paper, and I must have taken it off. It's a shop hop that encompasses shops in both the Buffalo and Rochester area, and those of us who are in between. And that is going to be taking place May 30th through June 12th. So we're really excited about that. And I just wanted to note, if you have been hearing about both the Great New York Shop Hop I think it might be Western New York, but the Great New York, Western New York, whatever shop hop, and the All New York shop hop. Those are not the same thing. And I have had people coming in saying, oh, they're doing the whole state this year, and they are doing the whole state, but that's not until next year. So I and many of the other shops who are doing the Western New York shop hop this summer, May 30th through June 12th, are also going to be participating in that, but that's not until 2025. So I just wanted to help clear up any confusion that might be going on. They are promoting them on Facebook and maybe even email for at the same time, but the All New York one is not going to take place until next summer. So just wanted to clear that up. They're not both happening right now. The only one that's going to happen this year is just, well, there might be others in New York State that I don't know about, but the one I do know about is in Western New York, Rochester, and Buffalo. So just wanted to let you know that because I've been hearing there's some confusion about that. All right, so that is all we have for announcements. Brenda, are we getting any questions that I might need to answer? No, we're good? All right, Brenda's on it. So, all right, so we are going to talk about, we have a featured kit that we wanted to show, and I'm going to move out of its way so you can see it in all its glory. It is called the Chain of Geese quilt. It's right here. It has this panel with the, looks like wisteria to me, and the other blossoms. It's very pink. It's got some dragonflies and some four patches. This is one of those quilts that's a panel in the middle with some borders. So there's a skinny border here. This would be a pieced border and a medium-sized border here. So it's probably something that would be quick to put together, but it's not just a panel and borders. So we only have one kit left of that. It is, you know what, I don't know how big it is. This pattern will make several sizes. I think what we've got here is 52 by 66. It is, I'm seeing the notes on the back. So this has the pattern in it, fabric for top, and the fabric for the binding. Normally it's $82.99, but we have marked it down to $59.99. So that's a great discount. And it's called Chain of Geese. It is available on the website. And we just wanted to show you, we have one left, and that's that quilt. And we also have some of these fabrics left. So I have them out here, and I just wanted to point out this one that you see in the middle is not a panel, but running yardage. And we have that, there's like 2 bolts of it. They're not totally full, but looks like this, so that if you wanted to make something that was wider than this panel appears in the back, you can just purchase as many yards as you want of it. So this is so beautiful. I just love it. And then we've got these other coordinates that go with it. All pink, some with dragonflies, some with little bubbles, and a nice variation in tone and value. And we also have this dragonfly bracelets pattern. Put it up so you can see it. And this uses a jelly roll. If it's from Mora, it's called a jelly roll. Otherwise, other manufacturers call them 2.5-inch strip packs. So that would be a great option if you have some of those rolls hanging around. And that's called Dragonfly bracelets. And this quilt is 59 inches by 71 inches. And the pattern is $11.99. And this is a nice spring project. I've noticed the spring flowers are coming out and the trees are getting their little leaves. I just love baby leaves. So that's what we've got for spring. And then we're going to be moving into summer before we know it. I was already a little overheated yesterday. So I just wanted to show these adorable little mini duffels that our great Brenda made for us. This is the small one. And I've seen girls with things like this. This would also be a great holder for yarn because you could just place your ball in here and have your thread come out the top or your yarn come out the top. So this is the small version, and then this is the larger version. It's got plenty of room in there. And these are tiny duffels, and we have both the fabrics, the are like this, and there are other varieties. These are fat quarters. And we also have the pattern. And the pattern is for both styles, the small and the large. They don't take a ton of fabric, and they're pretty quick to put together, and that would make a great gift for maybe a granddaughter who has some dance shoes. I know I just graduated from having dance shoes, but not everybody has. But these would be great gifts or great things to have around. And there's a little bit of applique, a little bit of piecework, and not hard bag application skills. Sometimes bags are kind of challenging, but these aren't too bad. So that's tiny duffels. The pattern is $15.99, and then we have the fat quarters here too. That's one of the things that's new. We also have, these aren't brand new, but they're kind of new. We have these tumblers here in the shop. This one is $25.99. It's white and silver, and it says, "Love to quilt." And Brenda, tell me if this is not a good view. I'm doing my best here. It's called "Love to Quilt." And then we have sort of a tongue-in-cheek, funny one. It says, "I like quilting and maybe 3 people." So for those of you who are introverts who don't love crowds, this might be a good fit. Are they looking okay on there? Okay. And then this one is kind of appropriate because we are coming up on May the 4th. And this says, "May the 4th be with you." And that's talking about a 1/4-inch seam allowance, which is all of our best friend. So that would be a nice little honey tumbler. These have lids that have, they can close up and they can open, and when they close up they seal because they've got a little rubber seal on here. They can be used with hot or cold, and they keep temperature pretty well. So those are our tumblers. I believe they're all $25.99, and they're available either online or in the shop. I thought those were cute. I wanted to share them. All right, so the other thing that we do traditionally every Thursday is called 3-2-1. That's an opportunity for you to get some great discounts on some products that we have here at the store. And the first thing is always a fabric that is $3, discounted from whatever it was to $3. These don't last long, so if you know that you're going to want it, it's a good idea to go right over to the website and order it. You can not have to pay for shipping if you're local. You won't have to. You can just choose pick up in store. So we're going to talk about that, and then we're going to be done for the day. So make sure if you have any questions for me, get them to Brenda before I sign off. So this is our $3 fabric. I think that there are about 3 yards on here. It's called Cool Characters Yellow. It's a nice pale yellow. And the print on it sort of resembles snowflakes, which is why it's called Cool Characters. So it's a nice, not a lemon yellow, but sort of like a butter yellow. And I think Brenda's coming over so she can show it to you well. That would make a good background, a good backing. Nice addition to any of your winter themed quilts. And that is going to be $3 a yard, normally $11.25. So there's our number 3. And then I couldn't find any cool gadgets for you, so I've got a couple of patterns for our 2 and our 1. And I don't know which is which, but it doesn't really matter. So this is our number 2. This is normally $9.99, and we are going to have it for $4.50, I think. Oh no, $5, sorry. This is Jelly Roll Rug Squared supply list. So for those of you who made the Jelly Roll Rug in the oval, this has a similar system, but it's square, so it needs a binding. But it has a similar way to be put together. It's just not an oval. So that might be a good project for a rug in your home. And this takes jelly rolls, and I think it probably would also take the sasher thing. So Jelly Roll Rug Square, this is on sale for $4.50. And then we have this Farm Fresh Runner. This is 22 by 59.5, which reminds me, I should probably tell you how big this rug is. 32 by 42 inches is this rectangle area rug. So this is Farm Fresh Runner. In the sample, they used a whole bunch of fruit and vegetable themed fabrics, but you could really do this with anything. This would be great with a patriotic theme or any real kind of theme that you're going for. And this takes a 1/4 yard each of 7 different prints. So I'm thinking not a fat quarter. So don't try to do your fat quarters with this, just a 1/4 yard width of fabric. And this is 22 by 59.5. So that would make a beautiful runner for your, maybe your picnic table when you're getting ready to have some hot dogs this summer. And that is called Farm Fresh Runner, normally $9.50, but it's going to be $4.50 for this week. And that is all, unless there are any questions. Just wanted to say thank you for joining us, and if you are so inclined and want to share this with your friends, we'd love to have you send them a link or hit the share button. Any of those things will work. And we just love having you come and tell us how much you watched our show. And I had somebody say, I hear your voice in my kitchen every Thursday. And then he went looking for me and I wasn't there, but that's because his wife was watching this. So I appreciate everyone who watches this, and I'm so glad to be able to come into your phone or whatever, however you're watching every week. And I hope to see you soon. Thank you. See you later. Bye-bye.